Hello, English 111 class. This is my fourth speech for this online class, in which I'll be demonstrating how to make ice cream. If the kind of person can please pan over to my audience, they'll be viewing my speech today. Okay, let's begin. I first learned to make ice cream when I went to Tech during high school, which I really enjoyed making ice cream. I actually ended up making ice cream for my senior project, and I want to hop right into this because it kind of takes a little bit to make. You have to whisk the egg. So I'll begin and I'll explain myself a little bit thoroughly during the speech. Now, the first thing you want to do is I want to make 1 quart of ice cream. I break 1 egg, and you want to take the little white thing that attaches the yolk to the white stuff off, because when you mix the egg, it doesn't dissolve in with the egg and the sugar and the cream, so it doesn't make good ice cream. What you need is 1 egg, a half cup of sugar, a cup of heavy cream, and a half a cup of whole milk. You want the whole milk because it's a higher fat content, and it makes a more creamier ice cream. And what you want to do is just start whisking the egg very, very fast for about 1 to 2 minutes. You want to get a lot of air into the ice cream, because air is actually what makes ice cream creamy, and if you don't really get a lot of air into the ice cream, it's going to turn into like a solid ice block. The funny thing about air is with air in ice cream, it actually, like, the less air there is in the ice cream, the better it is. Like Ben & Jerry's and Haagen-Dazs ice cream only have about 20% air, whereas like a lower quality such as Walmart brand or Breyers at Turkey Hill put almost 50% air into the ice cream, which makes it just a little bit less good tasting than the other brand. A little history on ice cream. This ice cream originated in China about 3,000 years ago. It was originally brought over by Marco Polo in the 13th century, where they actually mixed goat milk and ice, which was a little crudish form of ice cream. The main ice cream that we have with the actual whole egg in it, in the cream, is actually was founded in the 17th century in Italy. But there are a few variations, such as French style, which only uses egg yolks, and Philadelphia style, which only uses egg whites. And as you can see here, you want to have the eggs almost as a whisk, a high bubble content, almost as a meringue if you're using just egg whites, but a very high content of air and bubbles, and this should be about good. Now the next step is you want to slowly add the half cup of sugar into it and thoroughly mix it up. Really, really good. You want to get all that air in, like I explained before. And then you take a little bit more. You want to get the sugar in about 4 parts while you're mixing it in, and make sure you mix it very fast, so with a high air content. A little bit more sugar. A little bit more mix. Now the great thing about this ice cream recipe is this is just a base recipe. There's really no flavor to it. So you can pretty much make this whatever you want. You just have to add a little bit of fruit or even extracts for such ice cream as vanilla or mint. And if you want chocolate, you just have to melt a little bit of chocolate and add it to it. And when the sugar is all added, it kind of looks like cake batter almost in the bottom of the bowl. And then you want to add it's a cup of cream and a half cup of whole milk. You want the high fat content for the creaminess. You want to add about half of that. Mix it in really fast, get it all nice and consistent all the way through. And add a little bit more. Mix it all the way through. You get a high, and it should almost look like a soup, almost. It kind of looks like just milk, but that's pretty much all it is. It's very simple. It's probably the simplest thing you can learn how to cook. Now what you want to do with this is if you have an ice cream maker at home, you want to put it in the ice cream maker, and most ice cream makers, it's pretty standard, 2 hours in an ice cream maker to get that consistency. But like me and most other people, I don't have an ice cream maker, so what I do is I will take this and put it in the freezer, and for the first 3 hours that it's in the freezer, I take it out every half hour and mix it very fast for about 5 minutes, and it gets that creamy, because if you don't, it's just going to like freeze all together and make an ice block. So what you want to do is take it out every 3 hours, like every half hour for 3 hours, and mix it for 5 minutes very fast, and then once again for 2 hours, once an hour after the 3 hours, so it gets a nice creamy consistency. And if you want to add some like fresh fruit or chocolate chips, I wouldn't recommend adding it to the ice cream base until after the first 3 hour period where you're mixing it, or you're just going to pretty much just smash it all together with the ice cream. I want to thank my audience for watching my speech, and I hope you all have a good day and try to make my ice cream. And before you guys go, this is what it should look like. It's a little bit grainier than normal ice cream, we don't use an ice cream maker, but it's still very good. Thank you, have a good day.